Hello and welcome to an additional show of Explore Norway, the travel show. And today we are going to look at several road trips example, and we have a guest. Let me check. Yeah, and Instagram people are also live now. So, and today our guest is Stephanie from Illinois. Welcome, Stephanie.
Hello.
Yes, and your husband contacted me, and we had a long discussion, and we up to talk about your road trip.
Okay.
Normally, I don't do road trip planning, but since it's a live stream, that's okay. And it's let me quickly check that everything works. You never know. Always have checking. That looks. It says it's okay. Good. So it's the first time in Europe.
Yep, first time.
Yes. Yeah. Uh, okay. In your place, it gets quite cold in the winter.
It really does. Like in the 20s, sometimes negative, depending on the time of the year. Usually it's January, like
Fahrenheit.
negative. Yes.
Yeah,
Fahrenheit.
because
Yep.
we are Celsius country.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So when you say negative, that's everything when it starts freezing.
It's yes.
For us.
It's cold. It's very cold.
Yeah, Chicago's a windy city.
Yeah, but we're pretty south of Chicago, so we don't really get too much of that. But it's pretty cold.
I remember I was in there once in May. It was 2007.
Yeah.
And it was written 59. Okay, that's
Yeah.
probably 10 degrees.
Yeah.
And there were still some girls walking in shorts.
Oh yeah.
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 So
That's the
that's
Midwest
really
for ya.
Norwegian. So let me open where is my Google Drive so I can make a map. It's a bit better so we can look at what you have. Okay, so you come at end of August. It's a very good time.
Yeah. Good.
It's not so many people, especially. That's very good. And it's still warm, and there is not so there's no snow in the mountain, and you're not doing any hike.
I don't think so.
No, so because always these funny people which come at the wrong time of the year.
Yeah.
Last year it was excellent at this season,
Okay.
but and since you first arrive in Oslo and you are 1 day there, so more than just a normal classic attraction is not much time.
Yeah.
Like a Vigelands Park and Akerbrygge, the castle. Yeah. That's it. Probably after the long flight, you don't want to do much.
Probably. I think we're just gonna kind of chill out.
Yeah, but what I found out last time I went to the US is just to keep going and not going to bed and doing this.
Right.
Just yeah. So yeah, we went straight to Universal Studio or something like that.
I love Universal Studios.
Yeah, that's
I'm
great.
a big Disney girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, as I said, you just keep going, and you will sleep at night.
Yep.
When it gets dark. In Oslo, it's already going to be dark in the normal in the evening. So it's going to be later dark, but you will get night.
Okay.
So no thing. And then you go to Evenes. Let me bring my map. Yes. So it means you have a road trip in 2 parts. So you're going to here. That's the airport because it's a military base. And if you see an F-35 there, don't take photos. Otherwise, you might have your stay shortened.
Oh.
Yes. Okay, I want to make a. Okay, the airport is here. And then your husband wrote you are going to Andenes. That's up here.
Okay.
Yeah.
He said it's a pretty long drive.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's wrote 3 hours, a bit more probably, because you might say they have redone all the road here, so it's not so difficult anymore, and there is no ferries.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and you pass Sortland, and then you arrive in Andenes. Does your husband have a drone or
Does he have
no?
a drone?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, yes, don't fly there.
Yeah. I don't think he's gonna bring it.
Yeah, the whole
No.
town is airport area
Okay.
because
Yeah.
the airport
Yeah.
is literally here.
Yeah. You can't fly him in the airports. We've never even taken him to like when we went to Jamaica just because he's like, I'm not gonna even mess with it.
Yeah, and you need to register and have an insurance in
Yeah.
Norway, but
Well,
okay.
he's got a business, so he does have insurance, but still, we don't want to bring it into another country, not knowing like how to get in contact with the, FAA and all that stuff. So,
Yeah. No, in most places you don't need to ask, you can just fly.
oh,
But
okay.
Andenes is one of these places where you don't want to do. Okay, so Andenes, I was there, it's very nice.
Mm-hmm.
What is it right here? Hotel Andriken. Let's. Oh, yeah. Okay, it's down there. It's really small places.
Oh, yeah.
That's
what he
like 5
said.
minutes. Like 5 minutes to walk, and you have a very beautiful sunset there.
Yeah, that's what he was
Yeah,
saying.
it's yeah. And then the next. Are you doing anything or fjord to? Oh, okay. Then you're going to Svolvær. Okay. Okay. I wonder why it did that, because you didn't even do the whale safari. Or do you do that? Whale tour at 4 o'clock. Okay, yeah, that should be okay. Yeah, you have to stress then. If you have at 10 o'clock in the morning and at 16 you have the whale tour, it's not going to be a lot of wait time.
Yeah.
And then you have to drive in the morning, 3.5 hours. And then you has already booked the Brim Explorer.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Then because normally I would have suggested to drive like that, because you have a ferry here.
Okay.
But it's approximately the same time. It drives very often. Like let's check again. That's Berge Melbu Fiskebøl. Yeah, it drives every 80 minutes. Yeah. So, but since he has already booked the thing at 2.5, okay, I would never have done that, so much driving.
Yeah. I know he said that there was a lot of driving.
Yes, but the thing is, you want to see stuff.
Yeah.
But if I would have cut the drive to Andenes and just maybe go here to Sortland or this region, because it's far.
Yeah.
That's like 100 kilometers just. Okay, then you go probably to the Trollfjord. I have a video about it on my channel. And then, okay, you stay at Lyngvær. That's probably nearby. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, I see. I was already so many islands. Okay, yes, that's very nice there. Yeah, you have the fjord, and so let's see if I go to Google Maps. You can you can look at Lyngvær is always nice to go and check, because I probably filmed it's my lives. There you have this. And since you are so late in season, you might have chance for polar lights.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
It's
exciting.
just because I was there like the week before and it was not
Uh-huh.
possible. But as soon as I came home, the pictures
They're
started to appear.
missed them, just missed them.
Yeah, I see them from my house.
Really?
So it's
Yeah.
not okay. And then you're going to stay in that Airbnb, I think. So you're going to Balsta, and that's here.
Mm-hmm.
That's very nice. Also,
Yeah.
first I was there in 2008, and it was really. But now it's a bit they have marketed too much towards tourists.
Yeah.
And you're going snorkeling.
Yeah, I know. What do you think about that?
I went diving,
Okay.
but uh, we had to go quite deep to see things. So I don't know
Yeah.
what you will see, because normally I would have.
We've never dove before. So I was like, I don't know if I would do that just because I don't know. I
Yeah,
would,
because
but I don't know.
what would have been more typical would be to go fishing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because I know a fisher and he's like a real fisherman with a real
Uh-huh.
fisher boat, and then you go with him,
Uh-huh.
and then you catch fish, and then you can eat it in yourself in the
Okay.
evening.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's although if you have to cancel the snorkeling for whatever reason, it's still very nice there.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Good to know.
yeah, we spent a week there. We could have spent one more. It's at that
Okay.
time. Let's see. We have pictures. I have to get them, but I can look for father. I would have my sister here to do the stuff. Okay, and then the next day you go to the fishing. There's a Viking museum, which is it's the best one in Norway.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's authentic Viking, not touristy stuff.
Okay.
It's based there due to archaeological found.
Awesome.
So it is scientifically founded and not like other places where they made lately. It has a very long history.
Yeah, well, that's cool. I'm ready.
Yeah. So that's okay. And then you have a second road trip because you drive back to Evanes. Yeah. When does he fly? Okay, so okay, at least he puts the hours very practical. So okay, and then you drive down to here to Bergen. Let's make a new road trip. And you start in Flesland. That's the airport. And then you're going to Aurland, which is here. Okay, let's. So, and your husband has something to go to a certain waterfall, which is here. There is also a nice waterfall actually on the road. Where is Twinterfossen? Yeah, here. I cannot have this one. So I think it's Twinterfossen is. Yeah. So it's really next to the street.
Oh wow, it really is.
Yeah, and you can you park your car here and then you just walk and you're literally at the waterfall. Yeah, because just going there, it's again. I trying to convince him since he called me about it that just the time there, it's always this accumulation, and then you are never finished in the evening.
Yeah.
And then you're just, and that I don't recommend to do these insane things. Like I've seen people, people showing their road trip and they arrive like 10 or 12 o'clock at midnight in Bergen and it continues the next day. I don't recommend that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn my ear off.
But it's okay. How much is it? That's probably 20 minutes. Uh, okay, it's 20 minutes. Still, it's 20 minutes there, 20 minutes to see. 20. It's 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
So because we can, and it's not on the main street anymore. I think I think it used to be the main street.
Yeah.
Where's it? Because there was a photo here. Okay, they also constructed, but there is two, which I think is yeah, you have choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can
So you
walk
have to
up to
see
that.
how late it is, because if you arrive at 2,
Mm.
it takes 2.5 hours, and it takes 1 hour more. I don't know how, you have to see how tired you get. But I would, yeah, since there are another waterfall right but next to the street where you have to drive,
Mm-hmm.
and then okay, yeah, it just, and then you go here. Okay, what did he drive? Yeah. So then on the next day you go back to Flom and you take that train.
Mm-hmm.
That takes approximately, it drives every 70 minutes or twice that. Yeah, about 2 hours.
Mm.
And then he wants to drive to Borgund. That's yeah, that's the longest road tunnel in the world.
Oh yeah.
It's not so much traffic, so it's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And Borgund, if you don't know, that's this thing.
Okay. Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
I do see that. I looked that up.
Yeah, I think that's the nicest in
Yeah.
Norway. You have to get, so if this is the free view, if you want to get in, it costs.
Okay.
But it's not so much. And okay, he want to do the, and then on the way back you can drive over the mountain,
Okay.
because it goes back to you have the old road over the mountain. That's at this time of the year not so less people, so I would definitely suggest to drive over the mountain,
Okay.
especially if it's nice weather,
Okay.
because it's really beautiful.
Okay.
Let's see if you find some, because certainly it's on Google Maps. Yeah, you see this kind of landscape.
Okay. Yeah.
And Stegastein, that's the second most known view of Norway. That's this thing. That's
Oh
this
wow.
view. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Probably it's good if you go in the evening, because during daytime it can be really packed and you cannot park.
Okay.
Also, because the parking place is not that big.
Oh yeah.
They park
Yeah.
this thing, and oops, what happened? It's not that big, so if you come late in the evening, like
Yeah.
4 or 5 o'clock, it might be better.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And then you are like 20 minutes down to, okay, but you are not used to mountain road. It's very flat in your place.
Yeah. We are the plain state. Our
Yeah.
our high school where we went to there, it was called Cornfield High. We called it that. It wasn't called that, but literally it's all cornfields.
Yeah. I have there is a video on my channel how to drive this road.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. How to deal with the RVs, but I think, okay. Then I want to do an evening cruise. Oh, yeah. He has bought a lot.
Yeah. We do have a lot of stuff booked.
Uh, Okay, you have to choose either you drop the church or you drop the cruise, because at some point it
Okay.
just gets, yeah. But I wouldn't book if you want to do the cruise.
Yeah.
If you
If you go ahead, I'm sorry.
if you want to do the cruise, you don't need to book in advance at this time of the year. You can
Okay.
just do it the day before, or just try.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, and then the next day you are going to Sylte. I think that must be. Okay. I hope it's what it means. That's a lot of driving, but it's very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's only one ferry. It's two ferry, one here and one here.
Okay.
But they drive normal often, like every hour or two. Yeah.
Okay.
So you will just have to stop along the way. There is
Mm-hmm.
a very nice viewpoint here, and here you can see a glacier next to the street.
Oh wow. Okay.
Let me show you. Okay, you have this viewpoint. Ah, it's even pictures now.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Oh wow. Yeah.
yeah. And then there is a glacier here.
That's
So it's
beautiful.
not much down anymore, but it was already like that the first time I saw.
Yeah.
It's like, because he told me glacier are very important on your trip.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely, it's like you can park here, it's 5 minutes to walk.
Okay.
There's this nice glacier, and when you continue here, you will also see glacier all around you in this area.
Okay.
And that's also very nice. It's a very nice stretch of road. And you have a viewpoint here.
Mm-hmm.
It's all, where is, down in Utvik. Yeah, this one. Yeah,
Mm.
that's
Wow.
Nordfjord. And
Beautiful.
so you are here, and then the next day you're going to Geiranger. Okay, you're basically doing a tour like that, or tour like that. I don't know.
Mm.
I don't know what he has planned here. He should be here. I could ask for more question, and then you go up to Trollstigen, because Trollstigen is closed. There were too many rock falls this year. Like
Mm.
6 rock falls in 10 days, and they
Wow.
want to. Yeah, because they have a picture of last year of just suddenly these rocks fall from the sky, and
Mm.
then later we had funny people. So, it's closed for car. Let's go by bike, which is
Oh.
even more or more dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, and here in Geiranger, that's yeah. You have this. It's a very steep road. So, and this is like the most famous view of Norway, and that's
That's
there.
beautiful.
Yeah. Also, when it's bad weather, you
And
can
what's the
stop
road look
there.
like?
And this is the most famous.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So, and then the next day you go back to Bergen. So, and then you drive a little bit different route, and you take over the fjord here, and here is an electric ferry.
Oh wow. Okay.
So, yeah. I only driven once there, and I was in a hurry, so I can't remember how. And then you arrive like in this here is like city with
Okay.
motorway and all the stuff. Hotel Norge Bergen, where is that? Okay, yeah, you're really in the center. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, and then the next day you go to Bergen, and then you could take the flight to Oslo. Okay, and you go one night in Oslo, and then the next day you go back to New York.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I think we did it that way so we could just stay there, kind of like hang out, rest up if we need to, and then we can fly home.
Yeah, you want to have some margin. It's always good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I already see from your plans there that one or two stuff will need to be cancelled
Okay.
because it's just
Not doable.
it's going to be too much. I don't know. How old are you?
Me?
Yeah.
42.
42. Oh, okay, you're even younger than me.
I'm younger than you?
Yeah, I'm 44.
Okay, well.
Okay. So you
We're
might still have.
thriving in our 40s.
Yeah. Okay, because I have a much more energy than some 20-year-old.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same. We have energy. We're ready to go.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, so you will see quite a lot of Norway. It's going to be a bit of a hurry. So especially on these 2 days, I said it was on the day with Auerland. It's quite packed, especially as the next day you will have to drive so much.
Yeah.
So you could just drop the stave church. Because there is one stave church in Bergen.
Okay.
And just do the cruise when you are already in Flom.
Okay.
I don't know if he has booked or he didn't tell anything.
No, he is. He's booked it. Yeah, so everything's booked.
Oh, did he book already also activities or not?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure, but let me hold on. I'm gonna look on here because he did. You know what? I don't know, honestly. I don't want to say yes or no.
Yeah.
Oops,
You just have to get him.
Yeah. Well, he's out. And do you want me to get him?
At some point, it would be good to have the confirmation of what for these few questions. Yeah.
Okay, let me go grab him.
Yeah.
1 second. Let me put you down here.
Okay. Do we have any commentary? Yes. So while we're waiting for confirmation what the gentleman has planned, and yeah, so you see when you do this, you're going to spend a lot of thing in the plane. And so, and there is also a question, how can we do the road trip electrically? And if you want to do an electric road trip, then I recommend using this app. And hello.
Oh, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
How are you?
Good.
Good.
Yes, I have question for what you have planned.
Yeah.
What was it? There was. Do you already have booked a snorkel tour, or did you book all activities, or you just think of doing it?
So far we have booked on our first. As soon as we arrive at the airport up in Harstad, we're driving over to
Andenes.
and Ines, and we're going to do. We already have booked a whale watching tour. I think it's like a 5-hour tour, 4 or 5-hour tour.
With a whale safari or
Yes. Yep.
the big boat? Yes, I was with them last year.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be a silent ferry. I believe it's supposed to be like a quiet boat. So it
No,
doesn't scare.
you need to go so far out. They use regular boats.
Oh, okay.
But when you watch the whales, they drive very slowly, so they don't making so much noise.
I gotcha.
And you can watch the video on my channel.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't watched that one yet. And then the next day, we are driving down to
Svolvær,
and we are doing a fjord tour. That's right. It's a silent fjord tour.
Yeah, so Brim Explorers. That's
Yep.
I didn't use it. I found it too expensive.
Okay.
I use a regular boat.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And the next morning, we are doing a snorkel trip to the kelp fields out of Spolvar, I believe.
Balstad.
Oh yeah, Balstad. Yeah. Yep.
Have you booked that already or not?
Yep, we booked that one. It can be canceled at any time because it's an early morning one. So when I talked to them, they said, it may be too cold to go early in the morning, depending on the temperature. Might want to do it for later in the afternoon. So they said we can cancel at any time.
Yeah, I don't think it's not going to be much warmer in the afternoon anyway.
Yeah, they said they provide dry suits and all the equipment and stuff. So
yeah,
we enjoy snorkeling in the Caribbean islands and stuff like that. So we figured we've seen that, and I'm like, well, that might be interesting to do.
Okay.
So
because I have done diving nearby, and it was cold, and you don't see that much. It's not like Caribbean. Even if it's clear, it's max 10 meters.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, so yeah.
Okay.
Because I would have recommended you to go on a fishing tour. That's more typical.
Okay, look into that, and we can do that out of Balstad or Svolvær.
Yeah. There is it's called Captain Storm in Sjöbo, Rörbur.
Okay.
I can let me Google him. Captain, he calls himself Captain Storm now.
Yeah, you can text me his information.
Yeah, this guy. I can send it to you.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the. Yeah, he's quite cool. He's a real fisherman, also a politician.
When we go deep sea fishing, when we travel, otherwise there are places that will cook your catch.
You have to cook it yourself.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
He makes filet, but you take what you want, and the rest he just keeps it and eats it himself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we have booked already the train from Flam to Myrdal.
Yeah, it's called Flom.
Flam.
The R with the O. It's the thing. It's called O, not R. O, Flom.
Okay.
Yeah. So and you probably take the early one. Departure 10:54. It's an afternoon morning. That's not the earliest.
Yeah.
Because the problem is if there is a cruise ship, then it's already booked. But since you got tickets, you are on the safe side.
Okay, that's good to know. And then the only other thing we have booked is the ferry from is it Geranger to Helmsult?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yes, that was a question. How do you drive here do you drive to Geranger? You take the car ferry to Helmsult?
And
then you drive back to Sulta?
No, I think that the ferry is a round trip, so we'll go over and we'll come back.
Okay, you have the sightseeing boat.
No.
Yeah, because there is also.
Let me check real quick my my emails from them. It's through Norway's
based, yeah.
Cruise, Geranger Ford, Departs Geiranger at 11:40, arrives in Helsilt at 12:45, and then it departs Helsilt at 13:20 and arrives back in Geiranger at 14:25.
I think you booked the tourist car ferry.
Possibly, yeah, because it says one
But-
car, package, and driver.
Yes, both way you have to book it, or no? It's one way.
No, it's round trip. It says.
That's
says
true.
one car package return. I don't know if you can.
No, I cannot. That's strange.
Yeah.
Because you would have to get off and turn your car around.
Yeah, I don't know. It says both of them are about an hour and 5-minute trip. I couldn't find the only other.
It's a 1 hour and 5 minutes.
One each way is 1 hour and 5
Okay,
minutes. Yeah.
it's a bit strange. Because yeah.
The only other trip we could find that way was on
Yeah.
a rib boat, and my wife was kind of nervous about being on a boat that small, so we figured we'd take the ferry across.
No, I don't recommend because of the back.
Yeah, they said it can be pretty rough.
Yeah, because I know I have a friend, he has like a normal small boat, and when it's a bit of wave, it goes straight in the back.
Yeah, that's what I've heard people getting. I've read reviews saying, my back wasn't right for 3 months afterwards. It was hurting real bad. So we decided to do the ferry instead. But again, like I said, everything we booked, I did make sure that it can all be canceled without, penalties. So, I mean, if you have another, like a sightseeing ferry, because that's what I would rather have done.
No, but you have the sightseeing car ferry.
Okay. Is there a regular sightseeing ferry where just people go?
Yes, there is one, because advantage is it's smaller.
Okay.
So it goes closer to the waterfalls and so. But since you're going so late in the season, the waterfalls might not be that big.
Okay.
As you see in the picture, because the snow has melted and nothing is coming more.
Okay.
So that just because people have been deceived, disappointed to go there, and the waterfalls are so small. It's because they are the best. They are in June for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, if you have another recommendation for doing a smaller, we would definitely be open for that for sure.
Let me Google it. Geiranger is a Norwegian sightseeing boat. No, that's not a sign. This one. Yeah. They have this boat.
Okay.
And it's a bit cheaper probably than.
Yeah. Is that per person?
Yes.
So yeah, that would be about half the cost of the other one, because the other one I believe was 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. One was 2,900 kroner. 1,060. So yeah, more than half the price. So yeah, that would definitely be better. And you said this one gets up closer to the Seven Sisters?
Yeah, because it's smaller, and they have two. They have a 90-minute. Okay, let's see. Let me check if they're still available on your date. You're going to Geiranger.
Yeah, I think it would be Monday, September 2nd.
Yeah, because on the 31st there is a princess is getting married there, and you don't want to.
And she's getting married in Geiranger?
Yes.
Geiranger?
Yeah.
And do they live in Oslo at the Akershus Palace?
No. It's not it's the sister of the crown prince. So she's never going to get anything.
I got you. Okay.
She's a bit controversial because of her husband she chose now, and yeah. Here Bestellreise. Yeah, they still have it. August, September. Yeah, it's this date. And you have different. It drives. You have different shows. You have the 60-minute and the 90-minute.
Okay.
Mode. Yeah. I think that's probably better. Yeah.
Could you send me that link as well?
Let me. Yeah. It's always to know the thing when you this thing, and I know Norway's best is like they're trying to sell themselves as like the top.
Yeah, and sometimes they're so over here we normally don't book, like we try not to use third-party vendors just because a lot of times they'll tell you have a booking and then you get there and they don't have your reservations. And it's Norway's Best has a lot to do with hotels and excursions, and I couldn't find like normal websites for a lot of hotels. It kept taking me to the Norway's Best website, so I figured they were pretty trustworthy, I guess. So.
Yeah, before they were called Fjord Tours, and they exist for like at least 20 years. So
yeah. So the only other thing we would do, like I said, we do have a down day on August 29th. We kind of left that open. That will still be in the Lofoten Islands.
Yeah, you wrote the Lofoten Viking Museum.
Yep.
That's definitely it's the best in Norway for Vikings.
What I heard, and I'm super excited to see it. So
yeah,
so
because it's like scientific correct, not touristy. It was not made for it was built long before tourists came to Norway.
So it's more like a museum and not a tourist trap.
Yes, because they actually found a Viking house there. That's the reason they put a museum.
Yeah. The only other thing that we would maybe do is the day that we have the Flomba.
Yes, because I looked at your saying on that day, you have quite a lot planned.
Mm-hmm.
And I just have the feeling at the end of the day, it's not going to be enough to do everything.
Right. So I was wondering if we don't go over to Borgen State that day, and maybe we just stay in and around Flomba and maybe do...
you can do the cruise from Flom directly.
Yeah, is that the fjord cruise?
Yeah, it's
Is that a good one to do?
Yeah, I would do that. Yeah.
Okay.
You go to Gudvangen and back.
Okay. Yeah. And then hit Borgen Stave on our way up to Geringer the next day.
Let me check you. Yeah, you can, because you only have to do that when you drive to Borgund. It's like probably half an hour detour each way.
Yeah. Where otherwise it'd be a 2-hour round trip there and back.
Yes. And your hotel is here in Sylte, that's correct?
What's that?
You said you have a Airbnb in Sylte? For the Geranger.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. It is actually. She sent me the address yesterday.
Yeah.
And it is the address. Let me find her message. Her address is in. Is it Valdal?
Valdal. Yeah, that's here. Yeah, that's correct.
It's Asavagan 222-6210 Valdal is what the address.
Yeah, Valdal is very small.
Yeah, it's a nice. It looked like a nice cabin up on the mountains overlooking.
Yeah. That's. Yeah.
Yep. And then the next day we were going to drive up to as far as we could at Trollstigen and look at the what do they call it, the world's famous toilet.
It's there's a viewpoint there. Yes.
And supposedly there's supposed to be like a famous toilet or the world's nicest toilet.
That's probably that. Yeah, but the good thing is state just gave funds to make it safe again for the route.
Okay.
But it's obviously not going to happen very quickly because we have to build it.
Right. Yeah. We had a in one of our states over here a couple weeks ago, they had a giant landslide that took out one of the major roads from Wyoming to Idaho.
Yeah.
And it basically just wiped out the whole mountain. So they had to cut into the mountain to basically move the road over because where the road was, there's nothing left.
Yeah. You will see at several points when you go in a tunnel, because that's exactly because of this kind of stuff. They put the road in so many tunnels in Norway.
Yeah. And I heard that the tunnel from, is it Auersland?
From Aurland to Lærdal, that's the longest road tunnle in the world.
Yeah, so we're kind of excited to drive through that one as well.
Yeah, don't be stressed. It's quite wide and very little traffic.
Good to know. That's good to know.
Last time I drove there, I suddenly had the fire brigade behind me.
Oh wow!
because it was burning there, and and suddenly I had to go, and they close the road, and it was not so very. Yeah, it was a total collapse of traffic then.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's our plan so far. Like I said, and things could change. I mean,
But you have to be like flexible, because it can be suddenly really bad weather.
Right. Yeah. Rain, and I'm hoping we're not going to get no snow in August and September, but
no, that's only in the highest mountain.
that's good.
Yeah, but what you can get in the north is polar lights. That you might get.
That would be nice up by when we're in the Lofoten Islands.
Yes.
Yeah.
So especially if you're in Andenes, if you look in the evening against the north, you might see it.
That would we had them here about a month and a half ago, and we live in Illinois, so we're pretty far south from the Arctic Circle. But they were so strong that we actually got to see them down here, and it was amazing. So to see them north of the Arctic Circle would be pretty cool too.
Actually, it was so strong we stopped seeing them, and it was bad weather when it was so strong here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We're pretty excited.
Are you driving electric, or are you driving?
No, we went with internal combustion, mostly because we've never driven electric, and being in another country, I was just nervous.
Okay. You have to see, Norway is the best country to drive electric.
That's what I hear. I hear that there's electric chargers everywhere. We were just so scared that if a ferry was late and we were pushing it, and then all of a sudden the battery died while we were waiting on a ferry. We were just nervous. Electric cars haven't made it very big over here yet. There's a lot of pushback.
I'm driving an American car.
Oh, really?
A Tesla.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I drove to Lofoten and back with electric, and it was not a problem.
And where do you live?
Near Oslo.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So you drove there and back without even having to charge, or did you?
I have to charge. To Trondheim, I have to charge at least twice. It was like 4, 5, 6 times up there.
Okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
But Tesla has built so many stations; it's not a problem.
Yeah, I think the biggest part over here is just our infrastructure is just not ready to support it yet. With everybody getting them, we're much larger, obviously, but we still have all of our power lines are all still above ground. So anytime there's windstorm or ice storm, it's ridiculous. We've been to third world countries that have better, electric service than what we do here.
Yeah. But what I want to say with electric, it's just a bit of planning and changing. But what the most advantage is, it's quiet.
Yeah.
So you can drive much longer without getting tired.
Oh, okay. So you're not hearing the engine hum and all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there is also one thing with electric, because in America you don't have a standardized plug.
Right.
So EU forced all cars to have one plug, so you can go with all. Tesla are now open to other cars, other brands. So now you have suddenly a lot of stations you can go.
Yeah,
because we have one plug.
Getting, the one we do have, it is a hybrid, so that will help get us better gas mileage for sure.
Yeah, but you drive so long, it's okay. When you go down, you can recharge the batteries. That's always good.
Yep. When we get to our Airbnbs or our hotel, we can charge the battery and have gas if we need it. So
I thought just in Lofoten, just park on your official places, even if it costs.
Okay.
Because they find the people, because are so many stupid tourists, and the road fines are in another level than when you are used to.
Yeah.
Do not, if you are caught on the phone, that's $1,000.
Oh wow.
Yes.
If you're talking or texting or anything.
Yeah, if the driver is texting and the police sees it, $1,000.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome that it is like that.
Yeah, they are really hard at punishing. So Yeah.
Okay.
And it's not like the police stands behind and blinks. They are stationary when they do control.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
I guess my only other question is, and the places that we're going, I know that you guys close a lot of the stores on Sunday. Are they, are we primarily going to like tourist areas where things will be open?
Sunday is the first. No, second. Geiranger is a tourist area.
Mm-hmm.
And the other Sunday is, let me bring a calendar.
The other Sunday would be landing in Oslo.
Oslo, but then you're in a hotel. That's not an issue then.
Right. So Monday morning when we land in Harstad, our plan was to try to find a convenience store and buy like a cooler and get some bottled water and some lunch meat and some bread. So that way we have it for those.
You don't need you mean a cool box or something, or what? A cooler?
Yeah, just to keep ice cold or keep drinks cold in.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't think. Then you have a cooler you cannot get rid of afterwards. It's not that warm. It's probably going to be 10 Celsius to 15.
So that is like
It's in between 60 and 70.
Okay, yeah.
So you don't need ice, because usually I have warm tea with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about like lunch meat? Will there be plenty of places to stop and get lunch and everything?
No, usually I have my own sandwich.
Okay, and you don't worry about it getting too warm or anything like that?
No, I just have it in the car. In the Tesla, I put it in the front and it keeps cold.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I never have problem. You just buy. It's going to survive until the next day.
Okay.
Yeah, and in Andenes you have I think a supermarket next to the hotel.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Yeah. Because I usually, the Norwegian have a tradition. It's how they call it matpakke. It's a food bag.
Okay.
And that's like a normal that you take your sandwich with when you go working or at school and so.
So it's kind of like what we would call like an insulated cooler, like a little small.
No. It's just a concept of putting food in a bag, and it's just in a paper bag or in a metal box.
Okay, gotcha.
If you make a sandwich in the morning, you don't need to cool it until lunch. I never do that.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, it's been 100 degrees here with heat index of 115 for the last 2 weeks. So
no, today it's 15 Celsius and it rains.
Gotcha. Is August and September pretty rainy season?
Depends on the year.
Oh, okay.
And the region, because last year, August, in the south, they never have seen so much rain. And it was the biggest flood with dams breaking and the water being there for months to get rid of it. And in the north, it was very nice weather. But there has been other August where it was bone dry and so that's a problem. Is we
guys get rain so that way we can see some of the waterfalls, and because I know we're not going in the right time for snow melt, but also we're just stuck for what we're coming with. So
also question, how much did you spend so far on your trip, just to have
I haven't tallied it up yet. I'm kind of scared too.
Because from what I see, you're probably at $5,000, $6,000 or $7,000 or something like that.
I'd probably say with all the airfare and the rental cars were more expensive than the airfare.
I don't hear you anymore.
It's okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So the rental cars were the most expensive, and then the airfare. But then the Airbnbs were kind of expensive for where we're staying, like 2 and 3 nights. Those are kind of expensive. But I'd say we're probably close to 5,000-6,000 with airfare. Though, let's see, because we've got we've got a domestic flight here, and then we've got an international flight over. And then we've got a flight from Oslo to Harstad to Bergen, and then Bergen back to Oslo, and then Oslo back to the U.S., and then another domestic flight to get home. So, we've got like 8 flights. So
Yeah, it's not good for the climate.
right, yeah, yeah.
In Sweden, they call that Flygskam, flight shame.
Okay, flag
That was
shame.
with Greta Thunberg. She
Oh,
popularized.
yeah. She'll be pissed off that we're using all the fuel to fly all over.
Yes.
But yeah, we tried to. We were actually thinking when we first started planning this, we were gonna split it up between Sweden and Norway both, and I'm like, there's no way we can do both countries in 10 days. So
No. I
we
would
narrowed
not.
it down to what we wanted to see, and we settled on Norway, and I think we'll both be pretty happy with it.
Yeah. No, Sweden. You can't just. It's so big.
Yeah.
And I always say prefer do less, but have a better experience.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
We narrowed it down, way down. I mean, we were going to be all over the place, and I told her, I was like, I just don't want to. We don't mind driving because where we're at, we have to drive. If we want to go to Disney World or the beach, we're 15 hours away. If we want to go to the mountains, we're 20 hours away. So we're used to driving, and we've driven 15, 16 hours. And one day, I'm used to driving on mountain roads, 1-lane roads with no, we call them curbs. They're basically, there's no curb, driving through the mountains.
Yes, you might find actually the road to above Stegersheim doesn't have curbs.
Yeah, so we're used to that. We're used to long hour drives. The good thing is that you guys have got, a lot of daylight. There will still be quite a bit of daylight when we're there in August, September.
It's going to be similar to your place.
Right now, where you got about 16 hours of daylight.
It's never getting dark in that sense. You cannot see stars at the moment. It's too bright.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I don't know. I would go insane at night trying to sleep. I guess everybody's got blackout curtains though.
No, you put things on your. Oh, bring these with in case it's, this sleeping masks.
Yeah.
Bring one with in case Airbnb doesn't have great curtain.
Okay. That's good to know. Yep.
I have seen it quite often.
Yeah, that's good to know.
Yeah. Yes, and then you need also some budget for food, and you're going to probably be shocked how expensive it is.
Is the food as expensive as the gas?
I don't know. It's not cheap because we have to import everything, and if you go to a restaurant, it's especially expensive.
Okay.
Because
you guys had to import everything.
Yeah, we import a lot. Yeah. Depends what you eat. For example, fish is cheap.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. And you have to not to if you go to a restaurant, there is already on the prices. It's like 25% taxes on it. That's also something. Compared to America, all the taxes are in the price.
Yeah, I noticed that you guys nothing was charging me tax, so that's good to know.
The taxes are in the price.
Okay.
If you look, it's written 25% VAT. That's the taxes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and tipping is not mandatory.
Yep, I've read that. So
if you go to a bar and they ask you for tip and you went picking up the drink, I don't give because I find that lazy.
Yeah.
But if you go to a restaurant and the waiter was nice and took care of you,
sure,
then yes.
Yep.
But it's not like people will starve to death if you don't.
That's good to know. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, that's
and for the toll roads and ferry, the rental company will take care of that.
Which company will?
The rental company.
Okay, and then they charge me afterwards?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And obviously you have to bring back the car fueled. That's also one thing.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
Good. Everything clear?
Good deal. Yeah, like I said,
we can have a chat when you come back. And then see how it evolved.
Yeah, and I'm sure I'll have more questions between now and before we leave anyway. How do you pronounce your name? Is it Terry?
Thierry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Good. Because I'm originally from Switzerland.
Okay, that's where you're from, Switzerland?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. Good. Okay. Then I hear you from you. Yeah, when you are back, when you have question, just write me, and then we will have a chat to see how well your trip worked and what was the problems or what did you plan wrong, because that's also interesting for other people.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll definitely let you know we're back.
Yeah. Just when you leave, just leave your browser open so I get I can make a short afterwards.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
All right.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye. Yes. And while I'm at, I will do two more things, because I had questions yesterday in my question sheet, which you can fill out. And the first is a question from Aussie retirees, and it's a first trip to Norway, and they plan to come in March 2025. And they want to go from Tromsø to Oslo in 7 weeks, which is a good time. And they would like to see fjords, Norwegian towns and village boating and hiking tours. Let me check. Yeah. And okay, wondering if our itinerary is doable and enthusiastic. Would like to appreciate your thoughts and comments. Prior to arrival in Norway, we will visit Helsinki and Rovaniemi for 10 days. Arrive in Tromsø 27 March, stays for 7 days. Yes, that's, you can do a lot. Then transfer via ferry, I mean, that means the Hurtigruten to Svolvær, and stay there for 5 days. Probably you have to rent a car when you are there, because it's Slufroten. But if you are into, hiking will be difficult because it's snow. So unless you do randonnée ski, it's going to be, all of the trip is going to be difficult for hiking. Boating, because there are so many tourists now, I think maybe you can do a tour to the Trollfjord and so. But I would definitely rent a car to get around, because Svolvær is long, and by bus it takes you the whole day, and you might not make it back in the evening. And you're flying to Bergen for 5 days. Okay, also here it has a lot of time to spend in Bergen, but it's probably it's a bit early in the season, and a lot of stuff will be closed. So yeah, if I would be you, I would move it by 2 months for all your stuff you would like to do, to come not in March but in May and stay until July. And then then you go to Stavanger with a ferry. I think there is a fjord line, you mean, probably. And then you stay there for 4 days. You can probably do Preikestolen. Still might be snow. Definitely the islands here might be snow free. And and then you go to Oslo. No, then you go to Stockholm and Copenhagen. Okay, I don't do Norway and Sweden and Denmark. And then you take the Danskebåten back to Oslo. Commence a 2-week road trip on, that's probably to April 24th, sightseeing Eidfjord. Let's kill that, and okay, you start in Oslo. Okay, Oslo. Then you go to Eidfjord. Okay, Hardanger Vidar, or you can, if you have a lot of time, you can do, and then you go to Voss. That's not so far. We read in Sogndal. Okay, you have the option. Okay, I will show it afterwards. Then you go to Strøn. And then you go to Ålesund. Kristiansund. And then to Åndalsnes. Lillehammer. And back to Oslo. Okay, let me check. I think you want to drive like that to pass by Flom and all the famous places. I would do that. Okay, and then when you drive to Kristiansund from Ålesund, you want to drive like that over the Atlantic Road. And yes. And I would not do Lillehammer, but over Valdres. Yes, that's here you drive up and you drive over Valdres Flie. That's open when you drive there. And it's really nice to drive over this road, and it's going to be like still like 1 or 2 or 3 meters of snow, and it's completely white. Definitely drive there. And do I have a question? No. So, and if you have I think it was what is it you wrote in the text? You wrote what is it? You wrote 2 weeks. It's doable. I would do less. It's a lot of driving, but it's still it's going to be May. Yeah, April, May. Because of the hiking, it's still going to be too much snow to do any hike in the mountains. So yeah, that's what I have to say. Otherwise, looks good. Yeah, but I would drive definitely not Lillehammer. It's much cheaper to drive here. Okay, and then we had another question from another viewer, and she's called Petra and comes last 2 weeks of July and would like to see Jotunheimen, Geiranger, Sogndal, Flombergen, and Oslo. And that's definitely I think that's my the tour which I have made. Where is it? Yeah. That's this tour I have in my thing. Maybe I can just recreate it for you. Basically, what you do if you want to do in 2 weeks. We start again. Okay. So we start at Oslo Lufthaven, and then you go to Beitostølen. You are in Jotunheimen, and then you drive to Geiranger, and then I would go first to Bergen and then to Flom and then to Oslo. If you, yeah, that's, I think, the easiest. Otherwise, you start driving twice around. It could be changed that you go first to Flom and then to Bergen and drive something like that. But then you want to drive, yeah, something like that. 2 weeks, totally doable. But if you haven't booked anything, especially if you want to stay in Geiranger and Flom, it's going to cost you way too much. So I would recommend not to stay there and just go for the day. And the higher, what you said, any tips for hikes? Not too difficult, afraid of heights. Okay. If you're afraid of heights and not too difficult, I recommend you take the boat here from Big Din. It's on our channel, Turfinsby, and you just walk along the lake. It's very nice, flat, very good beginners. You also here have the BT Horn. It's a mountain, but it's the way it's flat. You can check the video I made. And what else is there? Bessegen, no, it's probably too difficult what you said. There's also Heimsdalshø and so. Popular in Geiranger is something called Skageflå, where you take the boat here and then you hike back. But for hiking, you go to this side here and to ut.no, and you can see all the IDs where you can do hikes. You can click this wooden Türvorschlag, and it's a lot of it. Like Geiranger, it has, I think that's the Skageflå. Yeah, it's written there, but you have also a small one here, and obviously in where is Jotunheim, and here you have a lot of IDs, and so you can do. And if you're in Beitostølen, just go and ask Petra at the tourism office. He will give you some IDs, because obviously you have a Skage. Where is Skage? Yeah, it's an easy mountain. It's not very steep because the pass goes. Oh. Why is it red? I didn't find it red. And there's also others. And just look where you are and you find something. They always, if you click on one, you always have picture how it's going to look like. But it's never wrong to go and ask in the tourism office or at the hotel, and so they can give you some IDs. Yes. So, and let me check, because there is also a question here is what we never track is how to do it with an electric car, because some people are not used to that. So here I have logged in, and we can do exactly the tour we made here. So we start, where is that? We can go, what was it that we said, to Beitostølen, because you can do a complete road trip. And yeah, let's put my position. So, and then we want to put more because we want to go to Geiranger. And then we want to go to, yeah. Okay, I want to put more, and I want to go to we say to go to Bergen, and then back to, and to go to Flom, and back to my position. So, and next chart, I start with a car chart at 90%. So that's in case you are we are completely charging stuff. So it says I can drive until here if I start with 90%. Let's see if I can start with this. So it's a bit different. So you start here and then, oh, you got a supercharger. I didn't know that. Okay, you go to Petra and you charge. And then you drive continue, and basically you can do, I have to, put one more. So, because I wanted to drive like that. So that's exactly what I wanted. So in Petra, and then you can drive here, I charge there, and then you can drive a long way because now it's summer. And here it says, for example, charge only to 78. If you're not sure, you just give a little bit more, like to 80, 90. And okay, I didn't take it correctly here. You go to Strön and you are 10% and you chose to 62, it tells me. And yeah, you charge here again in Larvik, and it tells you how much. And that's because I have a Tesla and it uses a Tesla supercharger. But what I would do in practice is, if I go to Beitostølen before I had a supercharger, I would, there are other stations here, you see, and I usually parked here at this one, which was a slow charger. So when I arrive here at the hotel, I just, after loading the car, the stuff out of the car, I just drove it there and set it there to charge like for 4 or 5 hours, and the next morning it would have been ready. And as if you do the road trip, obviously in one stretch, because it's in a road trip. I usually don't do that. What I do in such a case of a road trip, I try to charge only in the evening when I arrive at the hotel, and only go to this supercharger, and so if I need, or it's not also choice, or it's too complicated to find a hotel, because a lot of, like say, hotels have all these charging stations, or it's next to the hotel. So I do another thing. I take my position, and then we go to what I did last year to Andenes. So, and that's really far away. So we start planning. So and I want to start with less, just to have charge around location. Okay. Okay. Can I? Let's charge. Can't charge. Why is it so slow? I can set my car. It starts to get. Okay, let's just reload. So we have that, and then I could. Okay, here I can set stuff. So you want to start with 80. And you can say if you want to charge more often but long and short but many. And then we can say the speed, road condition, temperature. Let's say make it quicker, but we always have wind. So let's put 5. Let's put seasonal. We don't want. Let's say it. Okay. So let's see what it comes out. So, and okay, it says me to charge for 5 minutes, and I find this super short stop actually useless because you cannot do much stuff. So let's go back and set less, because the time you need to do that, you basically, the overhead time. I'm stuck. No, it's just that's not working anymore. Okay, it's just a camera there. So that's basically what I did last year. I charged there. With 30 minutes, you can actually eat something or go to the toilet and so. So, but in practice, that's you have to drive several days. So I would go, for example, I slept in Verdal, that's here. So I went to the supercharger here before I was this one. So I just went there to charge the car before, and let's take example last year. So because I wanted to go to because I drove the so, and let's see, because that was over Route 7, where there are only very little charging station. It's just to give you a feeling, because in practice, I will tell you what. It's slow. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I need to put Brunei soon to get it correct. And to work charging networks, I have to charge our networks. Type of charger, yeah, this one, and I want this one. And so now I put other chargers. That's wrong. Come on. But you see, there are chargers literally everywhere now. So different brands. And what's this sign here? So it's about charging next in the mountains. I mean, if you look on Valdresflyer, that's where you have chargers. And the last gas station is here. Chargers, 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 chargers. And then chargers, 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 chargers. And then the next gas station is somewhere here. No, it's, yeah. Let me, I think I had it on my account. That's also new features. Yeah, it seems it stopped running, but even on Lofoten, there are charging stations now everywhere. And also, I think if you're looking for a hotel, look if they have a charging station, because that's really the easiest. You just plug it in the moment you come home, and then don't show it any. Don't show it. Don't care anymore. In the morning, it's usually charged. Yeah. Okay. Do you have any questions? It worked. You're off route. Okay, now we have the solution. So 5 minutes here, 32 minutes here, 35, and then I had to charge Steinscher. Yeah, because I did a little bit different where I sleep in. And then you drive slow, you can drive far away. But I had a hotel here, so I just, where was it here? So I just went to the charging station here and put it there for like a couple of hours. Yeah, that was what I did. And then in Sandnessjøen, okay, so it's just, yeah, later in Norge. But what I had the hotel here, so I just put it in the charging station right here. And I drove along in Glomfjord. That's here. I was here, so I put it I had a hotel here, and there was a charging station right in front of it. So I just plug it in. And then the next morning it's ready. I don't need to spend 24 minutes there. I always try to charge. You always have to charge in the evening when the car is warm. Yes, I charged here at that place. And the good thing is there was a restaurant, cafe right there. And I just went in, say, I need the food which is the quickest eaten. Just take our daily buffet. And it was perfect. And in Anden, I could drive all the way to Andenes. And in Andenes, I went to this. I went to the thing and I put it up this stuff back the hotel. Even if it was slow, I just went there like 5, 6 hours later and picked up the car. Yeah. Good. If you have questions, I'd write it now because I'm going to end the stream and I'm going to see what I can do with my shorts, and I hope this was useful. Okay, see you soon again in Explore Norway, and we will have a stream later. I don't know when it's the next time. Bye.